just wanted to follow up on this dubbing issue. The very first picture I did in Italy, I had a character who I decided to give an Irish accent, which was not easy for me, but I thought it would help the character. So I worked weeks on perfecting my accent. And I remember the first day I had a big speech. I was walking and talking, and I had it down pat. I had worked really 4 nights on it. And I couldn't wait to start. And I would start walking and talking and talking and walking. And suddenly I realized that there was no boom. There was no recorder. I said, stop. Because I didn't really speak Italian at that time. I was just starting to learn. I said, where's the sound? And the guy looks at me like I'm crazy. I said, where's the sound? And they explained it to the director who didn't speak English. And he said, tell the boy to relax. He said, we do all the dubbing afterwards. We don't care what he sounds like. and you know, like Mr. Boris over there said, the worst thing is when you can't dub yourself. I told you I did this picture that some of you might have seen before.
Wait a minute, Mark.
What?
I dubbed you once, and your performance was beautiful.
I had nothing to say. I think you're lying. But I mean, when we got a chance really to dub ourselves, the performances were so different. I mean, I was magnificent today. Really, because it was my own voice, right? No. Wait, I was in that film. Or was that you in that film?
No, it was me dubbing you, I think.
Wait a second. I had the first film of the day. When was your film?
It was just before yours.
But you have to say one thing, which they haven't said. The Italian dubbers were so fantastic. I mean, they could dub anybody. I loved Italy too because I could see Russian films, Polish films, any film in Italian. And if it was Woody Allen, he sounded like Woody Allen. Cary Grant, they were fantastic. And I really miss that. I miss not seeing all the foreign films. We're missing, in America, we're missing so many wonderful films that they can see in Europe and other parts of the world.
It's interesting how I got to Rome was, and became Hunt Powers, was for a phone call that I made. I was on my way home in Beverly Hills at the time, at the Laurel Canyon, and I was on my way home. At that time, there were no cell phones. I'm not talking about the silent days. So I stopped off my agent, at that time it was Paul Kohner, and I said, I just called to see if anything was going on. He said, well, there's an Italian director named tbp-etal. He's been in New York for 3 weeks, and he can't, looking for somebody to star in 3 Western films, and he can't find anything. If you want to stop by. I was there in like 10 minutes. By that time, Franco Giraldi had seen some of my stuff that I had done, Detectives with Robert Taylor and a few other television shows. And it was an instant communion that I had with Franco. We spoke very, very little English, but we instantly had a connection. And he said to me, Hunt, I was Hunt then, he said, Hunt, do you ride the horse? And I said, I've been questioning for a long time, that's right. I have never been on a horse in my life. So he said, but you should have gone. I said, yes, Franco. See, as a matter of fact, I've won several prizes in church. I've never had a gun in my hand in my life, I've ridden a horse. But there was something about the meeting between the two of us, and he said, can you be in Rome in 2 weeks at Cinecittà? And I said, yes, I can. He said, I only have one thing. He said, I never make a decision without my wife. And he said, we're leaving for Rome tonight. We're at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. Would you mind coming by? Because I cannot finalize it. She said, yes. So I went to the Beverly Wilshire Hotel, knocked at the door, and this gorgeous blonde woman opened the door, and she said, Madonna, e lui, e sugarcoat. That was the first one in the story. Instant like that. So they left. Next day I called a friend of mine who worked at John Wayne's ranch. He said, you've got to teach me how to get on the horse. You've got to teach me how to shoot a gun. Well, I did arrive in Cinecittà 2 weeks later with my own gun and my own holster. And when they saw Hunt Powers walk on the set, about 300 extras on the set, they didn't know who the hell I was. The The fact that I had my own holster, my own gun, they were very, very impressed with that. That's how I got to Rome. It was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful experience, all because of a phone call that I just had an impulse to do. So when you have an impulse, when you have something, don't flinch. Just do it. You never can tell what'll happen. It changed my entire life.